Have you found that the world of selling has changed a lot from what it was even just a few years ago? This is what we're seeing across the board. And we live in an unprecedented time of science and data that really supports what's happening out there and what's really working in the marketplace. There are specific strategies that are backed by science, by the psychology of selling, that are going to help you become so much more effective every single time you're in front of a prospect. So in this video, I'm going to show you the psychology of selling in today's market. Check it out. Number one, what you learned from 2015 is now old school. It may not seem like it was that long ago, but 2015 was a long time ago. Things have completely changed. And yet most sales training hails from at least that time or before. There are very few strategies and methodologies that are based on what's truly happening right now. When we're applying concepts in selling that were developed or were geared towards the world of 2015 and before, that stuff is so old school. The world has completely changed and we need to update our approach. So my challenge to you is to leverage strategies that are current right now. All of the changes that have happened have all boiled down into the fact that the strategies that might have worked back in the day simply won't work. Number two, bring some insight to the table. Now, this is one of the ideas that is so critical right now because prospects are so bombarded by information and salespeople that they don't really know how to sort through it all. And what they know for sure is that they don't just want some sales guy or salesperson who's just going to pitch them on their product and offering. Instead, what prospects need is real insight up front that demonstrates, that indicates to the prospect that you are an expert in what you're talking about. Not just some low-level salesperson who's just going to suck their time. You must bring insight to the table early on. Number three, earn the discovery questions. Now, it's pretty common to understand that we want to have some kind of a discovery conversation where we are asking questions of the prospect. And that's still accurate, but what's changed is that you don't just get to jump into discovery with prospects a lot of times. You have to earn that discovery with that insight that we just talked about. So thinking about how can you demonstrate real expertise to get the person to actually be willing to answer your questions. Because if you're not doing that, what you're likely to hear from the prospect is some version of, well, can you just show me what you guys do? Can we stop with all these questions and can you just show me? You need to earn those discovery questions. Number four, stop probing. Probing is a very transparent approach to asking some kind of a random set of qualifying questions that are going to feel a little uncomfortable to the prospect. The purpose of an effective discovery is that you're asking a series of questions that are slowly leading up to helping you understand, yes, are they qualified or not? But B, you're also unpacking for them the core challenges that they're facing. So you're actually creating value in the process rather than just probing them with different qualifying questions. So stop the probing and start really thinking about how can you be asking questions that are slowly but surely creating value in the eyes of the prospect. Number five, they don't care about you. This is a really, really important distinction that I think a lot of salespeople feel hurt when a prospect doesn't do what they wanted the prospect to do. And that's simply because the prospect doesn't care about you. And it's not because they don't care about you as a person. Maybe if they saw you hanging off a bridge, they'd still grab your hand and help bring you over. But they don't care about you in so much as they don't really care whether you make the sale or not. In fact, there's a lot of times a misalignment of incentives. You want to make a sale and they may or may not want to purchase whatever it is that you have to offer. So we have to remember that if a prospect doesn't behave the way we want them to, it's not them that's doing it wrong. It's something that we did. And we just have to kind of take ourselves out of that situation and just recognize they don't care about us, and that's okay. We can slowly but surely demonstrate value to get them to at least want to engage in that conversation. Number six, Getting them talking is everything. The data is unequivocal. Prospects that do a significant amount of talking, particularly during that discovery phase, are much more likely to close. And salespeople that are really good at getting their prospects talking are going to be the highest performing salespeople. That may have diminishing returns at the far end in terms of like a prospect just going on and on for an hour, right? That's not productive. But in general, if you can get your prospects talking, whether it's on a prospecting call or on a discovery conversation, or even during the presentation, that's a great thing. Getting them talking is really going to help pull them in and make them feel like they've participated in defining what it is that you're ultimately going to present. Number 7, fit is more important than close. This is really counter to what most salespeople have been taught, right? We've all been taught that the close is everything. You gotta go for the close. You gotta ask for the business, right? But that's not really the case. What's most important is determining whether you and the prospect are a fit for one another. And that means whether they are a fit for what you offer and whether you are a fit for what they are looking for to solve the challenges that they have. Determining that is so much more important than having some fancy close at the end. Because if there's no fit, then the close ain't gonna happen. So don't worry about the close. Instead, focus your energy on determining fit. Number 8. I'm not sure that you should do business with me. This is one of the most powerful phrases that you can use in a selling situation to diffuse the sale. If a prospect says, well, why should I do business with you? How do most salespeople react? Most salespeople start beating their chests and start talking about how great their product is, or how amazing their service is, or how they've been in business for 557 years, or that you get me and I care about you, right? All this junk. Right? That's what typical salespeople are saying when they're asked, why should I do business with you? Instead, what I challenge you to do is flip the script. Leverage the psychology of selling to really pull the air out of the room. Instead, when they say, why should I do business with you? What I'd prefer you say is something like, you know what, George? I'm actually not sure that you should do business with me. Would it be okay, though, if I ask some questions to determine whether we're a fit, and then I can answer that question? They're gonna be like, whoa, this is so different, and now I don't feel that pressure. Number 9, you are a doctor. This is the ultimate in the psychology of selling, is that you are that psychologist, you are that psychiatrist, you are that doctor, and your goal is to get as much information about what's going on in their world as it pertains to whatever it is you offer to really determine fit. You walk into a doctor's office and you say, hey doc, my elbow hurts. The doctor doesn't then go into a sales pitch on the surgery that they can offer on your elbow. Of course not. Instead, they start to pull you in. They ask you questions about the elbow. They examine it. They start to understand what's going on. And that's exactly what we need to be doing in sales. So there is the psychology of selling in today's market. And if you enjoyed this video, then have an awesome free training on the data-driven approach to closing more sales in today's marketplace. Just click right here to get registered instantly. Seriously, just click right here. This is an in-depth training that will help you close more sales at higher prices, all while generating more meetings. Also, if you got some value, please like this video below on YouTube and be sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking my face right about here to get access to a new video just like this one each week.